Trust is like a two-sided coin. It is just as important for you to be able to trust someone as it is for them to trust you, especially in my major, business. Hi, my name is Reed, and I'm currently finishing my degree at the University of Victoria. I just got back from taking a year off to travel and work on my startup as a digital nomad. With this digital revolution we're in, trust is more important than ever. Remote work is hugely popular now. Companies are hiring employees across continents, and we forge business partnerships with people we've never met in person. This is great, but with this global reach, the potential for people scamming you or committing fraud is hugely increased. Look, trusting is hard, especially for individual entrepreneurs who can't recover as easily when trust is broken. So how do you make sure both parties live up to their agreements? The obvious answer? A legal contract. But in this digital revolution we're in, what if the person on the other side of the contract lives in another country with a different legal system and different expectations about agreements or contracts? I mean, sure, it's illegal to break the contract, but what are you gonna do, go to the courts? Once you tell them the other person is from the other side of the world, they'll probably just say there's nothing they can do. This is why trust is so important. I've personally had to deal with a lot of trust in the past year. Being a digital nomad has been fun, but it's definitely come with its own challenges, and many of these have to do with trust. Just last year, I was scammed by someone that I thought was gonna be a reliable business connection. They ended up going ghost on me and taking my investment with them. I felt betrayed and helpless. This made me question everything. How are we supposed to trust in a world where identities can be faked and people can hide their intentions behind screens? After experiencing all this, it was really hard to build up my trust in others again. But a few months later, I decided to take the risk and trust another person I met online from another part of the world. I worked with him on some social media campaigns, and now he's actually one of my best friends. I wouldn't have made this friend, however, if I wasn't trustworthy myself. Whether you're doing business online or traveling, it's not enough just to trust others. You have to make yourself trustworthy. But how do you do this? Do you take off the backwards hat and hide the tattoos? Well, for being a digital nomad, I've had to learn how to gain trust very quickly because I'm constantly embedding myself in new cultures. What I've learned is to just be yourself and be transparent about it. It's crazy to me how no matter where someone's from in the world, there will always be things you can relate to them with. By being transparent and being yourself, you might find that a lot of the things you think are weird are actually the interests of other people as well. As you can tell, I'm a big fan of Japanese anime, and this is something I would never tell anyone unless they were a very close friend because I thought it was weird or uncommon to like. But I can't tell you how many times I've referenced an anime or mentioned it subtly, and it turns out that the person I'm talking to also watches it. We then have something pretty niche to relate to each other with, so an instant bond is formed, making us trust each other more. Working and traveling as a digital nomad, I had to put immense amounts of trust into people, and I was pleasantly surprised. Social media can sometimes paint a pretty distorted picture, but actually going to those places and traveling to them, meeting people, it really changes your worldview. Drop the assumptions your social media feed might have built. That's where the real understanding comes from, and that builds trust. I believe that if everyone goes about their life with good intentions and puts their trust in others, we'll be on the path to a brighter shared future.